So if you need fast cash for a fix and flip property, hard money can be an incredible asset for you. It can help you literally supercharge your fix and flip business, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So let's dive in. A hard money loan is a short-term loan from a private lender or company secured by a property itself. Now, stick with me until the end because I'm going to share the golden rule for using hard money safely. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But basically, hard money lenders focus less on your credit and more on the property's value and potential. Now, they'll typically lend anywhere from 65 to even as high as 90-95% of ARV, making them a very popular choice for fix and flips. Now, there's some advantages when it comes to using hard money as well as some disadvantages from using hard money. So let's talk about the advantages for just a sec. Number one, first and foremost, is speed. Funding can literally take place in days, not weeks. And that is one of the reasons why so many investors like to use hard money. Another advantage is flexibility. The hard money loans basically have custom structures for unique deals. And if you have a good relationship with a hard money lender, they can oftentimes accommodate for any type of deal that you're typically trying to do. And last is access. It works when banks won't lend. A lot of times banks are apprehensive to lend on like a fix and flip type of deal, and that is exactly the primary type of deal that hard money loans or lenders love to loan money on, and that's fix and flip. Now, there are drawbacks, so let's talk about some of those drawbacks because like anything, there's pros and cons. So some of the drawbacks is the high interest rates. Oftentimes, you're going to pay anywhere from 10 to 15% interest rate, and there are going to be fees. This is origination fees, doc fees, appraisal fees if they require that, all these different fees involved with that. Now, you might ask yourself, why in the world would I want to pay 10 to 15% plus fees on a deal? Like, that's just crazy. Well, you've got to realize that having access to capital is very important in your business, and these are not long-term types of loans. These are short-term loans, which is the next drawback, is typically they're short-term, only ranging between 6 to 18 months. So you have to understand this is not a long-term type of loan that you're going to buy and have for a long period of time. Even if you're going to keep a property as a rental, you can fix it up using a hard money loan and then refinance into a longer term loan. And finally, the final drawback is the risk if your project runs long or ends up selling slow. This is where the risk is the greatest, because if your project runs too long and you go past the period, you can get hit with a lot of fees or even default on the loan and they can take the property back. Or if your property sells slow, same thing. You just have to ultimately, you may have to renew the loan and pay a bunch of fees or even potentially lose the property. Now, pro tip is the golden rule I mentioned earlier is only use hard money on deals with clear, short timelines and solid profit margins. Don't use it for long-term rentals or deals where there are going to be very, very thin profit margins. You want to make sure there's good, solid profit margins and that it is something to where you're planning on getting in and getting out. Hard money is a tool. It's not a crutch. So, use it to launch flips that graduate ultimately into cheaper capital over time, preferably in the form of like private money loans or even recycling some of your used capital by using the BRRRR method that I talk about on this channel. I have a free guide I will be happy to give you if you're interested. You can just comment below in the comments. You can comment the word wealth and I will give you a copy of the free guide on how you can actually use the BRRRR method to build your overall portfolio. Hard money loans can be great, and I actually still use them to this. I like to use private money, but I use a lot of hard money loans in my business because it's just a really quick, easy way to access capital. If you're interested in learning who my preferred hard money lender is, you can be sure to comment in the comments below. Just comment the word money and I will send you my preferred hard money lender that I use. They're great to work with. I've been using them for quite some time and I'm happy to connect you to see if it's a good fit. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out content almost every single day to help you learn how to invest in real estate. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next video.